California's Governor Gavin Newsom surviving the recall attempt against him in convincing fashion.
More than 60% of people in the Golden State voted no on the ballot. Here's the governor addressing supporters after the results came in.
I'm humbled and grateful to the millions and millions of Californians that exercise their fundamental right to vote and express themselves so overwhelmingly by rejecting the division, by rejecting the cynicism, by rejecting so much of the negativity that's defined our politics in this country over the course of so many years.
And Larry Elder, by the way, has conceded. Joining us is our panelist, Peter King, former New York congressman, joining us live. Congressman, good to see you. Rebecca Walser, tax attorney, and radio host Matt Locke. Good to see everyone here on board. Congressman, I'll start with you. Are you surprised by this outcome? And before you answer, let me show you this. California, as everyone knows, predominantly blue state. There's even a breakdown of the voter demographic in this state, and we'll show it to you here on your screen between Democratic, Republican, no party preference, and others. Democrats sit at 46%, Republican 24%, no party 23%, others 6%. That from the California Secretary of State. Congressman, with all your knowledge of politics, how do you read this, and what are the political ramifications of this?
Sean, I think there are still serious ramifications that should have the Democrats concerned. The fact that this was so close for so long, that Gavin Newsom and the Democrats had to spend so much money, had to bring in so much high power from Washington, shows that the threat to them is there. And again, I have great respect for Larry Elder, but he did not have a political organization. He did not have what, I'd say, an ordinary Republican candidate would have if it was a head-to-head race. So I think this shows that the Democrats nationally do have real issues. They should not be gloating over this victory, because just a week and 10 days ago, it was basically a 50-50 race in a state where the Democrats have a 20% enrollment advantage. So, again, I wish that Newsom had been recalled. I wish Larry Elder were the governor. But on balance, I think this is a very hopeful sign to the Republicans.
And we saw some prominent Democrats head over to California, including the President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris. Former President Barack Obama issued a video campaign essentially supporting Newsom there. And Rebecca, we've heard Democrats, again, during the process leading up to the recall, that this was the Republican recall. Talk to me about what you think the takeaways were from this election and, of course, the results as well.
Yes, much like Peter, I agree. You know, the thing is that California is such a huge industry, economically speaking. It's one of the largest in the world. There's only a few countries, Germany, and, that have a bigger economy, China, obviously. And so this was really important for us to have an opportunity to see if we were going to be able to get some policies in there economically that would be more viable. And I think that Californians were really upset with how the coronavirus pandemic was handled. But like to Peter's point, we thought maybe it was a lot closer a week ago, and somehow they did band together and really pull this off and really pull a strong, resounding no. But I do think that because the weight of the populace there is so leaning Democratic, and we do see such a tight number, that it is showing us that there are some problems. And I think that Californians, even if they're Democratic, they don't like being told what to do. They're still free thinkers. At least I hope they are. And so this is really indicative of there's going to be some trouble ahead for the Democrats if they don't widen their breadth of their camp.
Matt Locke, Larry Elder did address his supporters when those results came in. Let's play that for you.
Let's be gracious. Let's be gracious in defeat. And by the way, we may have lost the battle, but we are going to win the war.
Matt Locke, back to that point, if you break down the recall effort, only 36% wanted the recall, according to the state of California there. But if you look at the breakdown of the support that Larry Elder got with his competition, I mean, it was something to be of note and something to take away if you're looking ahead to 2022 and a possible Newsom-Elder race. Matt Locke.
Well, it was obvious Larry was the figurehead of the Republican Party, but it's basic math here, Sean, in California. 2-to-1 Democrat to Republican registered voters. 6.6 million voters showed up in 2020 for Donald Trump. 3.2 million showed up for the recall. Only 5.8 million showed up on the Democrat side, on the yes side, you would assume, to keep Gavin Newsom in office. If the 6.6 million Trump supporters show up in California, this is a done deal. It just tells you that people, I think, they're not into these off-election, these recalls. They don't really care. And California is just in terrible shape with homelessness, the mandates, business, taxes. People are moving to my great state of Texas every single day from California to get away from the policies that Gavin Newsom has brought to the state of California. It's disappointing to watch how this plays out, but it's California. It's the coast.
All right, we'll leave it right there. Peter King, Rebecca Walser, Matt Locke, stick around.
Still more.